My name is Katja Bego. I'm actually original from Amsterdam Oost, so it's quite fun to be back. I live in London, where I work for Nesta, and we're the UK's innovation foundation. And what that means is that we basically both fund emerging technologies, emerging innovations, but also think about the negative impacts of those innovations. So you're kind of thinking about how they might benefit society and sort of the flip side. So that's why a project like Ledger is very interesting to me and to Nesta as an organization, because it really thinks about the sort of human-centric elements of new technologies. At Nesta I also lead the NGI Forward project, which is one of the projects in the next generation internet family that Ledger is also a part of, which thinks a lot about sort of the strategy of the initiative as a whole and sort of the future direction we want for the internet. Yeah, so Ledger is one of the first sort of quite experimental new European Commission funding programs, and I'm personally very excited about, because it's a really quite novel, quite radical way of funding a third party or sort of like small organizations with good ideas for using technologies as part of the European Commission. Usually when you apply for funding from the European Commission, it can be quite a bureaucratic, difficult process where you have to fill in this 80-page applications. And the Ledger project is part of a new sort of form of funding called cascaded funding, which is really about sort of giving great organizations like the organizations funding Ledger, like Funding Box and Dine, the opportunity to give out money to small third-party initiatives that might usually not be able to get European Commission funding because of the difficulty of those processes. And what Ledger is really about is like stimulating or promoting blockchain for good, I would want to say. So using distributed ledger technologies to really think about sustainability, making a fairer economy, thinking about applications in health, in aging, etc. And small organizations are being funded to sort of bring their idea to life. But what it's about for me is really about thinking about, I guess, still a bit generic, the human side of technology. So it's not like a lot of technologies today are happening to us. There's a lot of changes in societies happening to us, but we don't really feel like these new tools are being made for us or with our best interests in mind or the best interests of societies in mind. So this is really about giving people back control over the technologies that they use, thinking about how they can better our lives rather than make a profit off of them, these kind of things. So a lot of, for example, technology like blockchain, it's really interesting, it's potentially incredibly powerful as well. For the future can really help society, but a lot of the funding we see goes much more into like really profit-making solutions or solutions that maybe help the financial industries, etc. And what we want to do with the NGI and with a project like Ledger is to really think about, well, how can we fund maybe solutions that think about more how blockchain or distributed ledgers, decentralization more broadly can help people, like help restore trust in societies, etc. I do think that one topic I find very important personally as part of the Ledger agenda is sustainability. And it's both thinking about how new technologies can help improve sustainability more broadly across society and sort of help combat climate change, but it's also thinking about the footprint of technologies like the blockchain themselves, which is not often not really thought about all that much. And maybe more broadly, sort of our data use, our internet consumption, how can we make that more sustainable, how can we make it more energy efficient? So that's one thing I hope we can pay more attention to Ledger.